which is here we did the test that we hold the occiput. We put the hand on the spinous process of the lower cervical spine, and we did rotation and side bending. Okay, and we found C3 to be stuck. This vertebra here. You feel it?
Oh.
And C3 is one of the nerves that exits C3 is the phrenic nerve. Okay, and the phrenic nerve is innervating the pericard. Okay, and when the pericard is stuck, as I told you before, the ligament get contracted, and the ligament of the pericard is the sternopericardial ligament, and then you feel it here.
Yeah.
The second one is vertebral pericardial ligament.
Vertebra. Sorry. It's too late.
You feel it here?
Yeah.
This is and the
Diaphragm.
diaphragm.
Okay.
This is all these places you see that T1, T2, C3, the sternum, the diaphragm. All this is because of the pericard, of the pulling of the pericardial ligament. Okay. Now, as you remember from the lecture, the pericard is stuck because of something emotional, right? Remember that we talked? So, what we're going to do now, I didn't tell you all the the problem is here, right? But I'm not going to work here because this is not the end of the chain. We're going to work inside her brain. We're going to look inside of her brain to, as I said, to diagnose which part of the brain is blocked in the limbic system. And when we find it, everything will disappear. Now let's see. Good. Okay, I found it. Now, her frontal lobe is stuck. Now I'm going to tell you which gyrus in the frontal lobe is dysfunctional. Good. The superior gyrus in the frontal lobe is stuck, is dysfunctional, and this creates all the patterns that we just saw. I'm going to work on the superior gyrus in the frontal lobe.
The superior
Gyrus. It's a fold. It's a fold in the frontal lobe. And you're going to see that C3 is going to get released. The pericardial ligament is going to release. T1, T2 is going to get released. The diaphragm is going to get released. And the infraspinatus, this one.
Oh.
You feel it?
Yeah.
Yes, and look at here.
No.
No. Okay. So let's see if we can do it. Remember that we diagnosed the cranial system in 5 different layers. And this is the deepest layer. This is the layer of the brain itself. So when I diagnose the brain itself, I also diagnose all the gyruses and all the parts of the brain. And according to my diagnosis, the superior gyrus of the frontal lobe is responsible to the pattern that we just saw. So I'm going to work on the superior gyrus, and if all this pattern will disappear, I will know that the diagnosis was correct. Yes? Mm-hmm. Agree? Let me do it and then you can ask questions. Interesting. Now I'm checking the whole of the cerebral hemisphere to see how it's working. Remember, it's need to do like this. Let's see if we bring it. Now, I'm going back to the base to check the cranial. And now I'm going to check C3. Let's see what happened to C3. Gut release. This is C2. This is C3. How does it feel now? Look, it's moving. Remember the sternum?
Wow.
Remember the infraspinatus here? Look. T1 and T2. Don't you know? The diaphragm. Look how much I can go inside. Look. Look.
Wow.
Thank you. Okay, you got the idea, yes?